So welcome. Mr. Prashanth is there with us. Mr. Prashanth Yennam. He is our one of the alumni. In fact, he is just how to say very powerful. I just cannot forget him. He is so impactful. The way he speaks, the way he presents himself. These are the things which you too need to see, my dear friends. Mr. Prashanth Yennam, he has finished his BTech, and let us know more about him and let us understand about his success journey. Mr. Prashanth Yennam, you are welcome into Royal YouTube channel.
Thank you, sir. First of all, good morning,
Good
and good morning to every one of those who will be watching this video. Or else, greetings to everybody who will be watching this video, and I expect that everybody is staying safe and doing good.
Great,
And
Mr.
moreover, I would like to congratulate the Royal Soft Skills Campus for celebrating 21st anniversary.
Thank you.
That
Thank
is,
you very much, Prashanth.
and I'm glad that I'm a part of the royal family.
Yes. So, Mr. Prashanth, this 21st anniversary is really a memorable milestone. So it is quite possible with the students like you. So this success is very much possible with the contribution and success of the students like you. So in fact, it is our celebration. I can say that this 21st anniversary is our celebration. So Mr. Prashanth, we are very happy to meet you after a long time. And thank you very much, especially for sparing your time for this interview. So Mr.
It's my it's my pleasure, sir. It's my pleasure. Even I'm happy to see you after a long time.
Great. So, Mr. Prashanth, can you please tell me about yourself so that the audience will get to know about you?
Sure, sir. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Prashanth Yennam, and I'm from Hyderabad. When it comes to my qualification, I'm a graduate in BE Mechanical Engineering from one of the reputed colleges in the states, Matrushi Engineering College, which is affiliated to Osmania University. I passed out in the year 2019, and I'm currently actually preparing myself to pursue higher education abroad. So I'm in a process of completing all the due procedures.
Very good. So, Mr. Prashant, that's really heartening to note that you are now going to start your new innings with your this post graduation. Very good.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
we wish you all the best. We wish you great success.
Thank you, sir.
Great. So, tell me something about your family background.
When it comes to my family background, my father's name is Venkatraju Yennam, and he's currently working in his own business. He has set up his own business.
Very
And
good.
when it comes to my mother's name is Nagalakshmi Yennam. She's a housewife, um, or I can also say she's a homemaker.
Great.
She's a very good, fantastic homemaker.
Mhm.
Uh, we are two siblings. So, so we are two. I
Good.
have a younger brother. His name is Praneeth, and he's currently pursuing his computer science engineering, and he's in third year.
Perfect. That's really great to know, Mr. Prashant. So, Mr. Prashant, what is your goal in life? What is your passion? What do you want to be? What do you want to achieve in life?
Um, if you ask me about my goal or passion, I want to actually complete my master's degree in sustainable energies because I want to explore that particular field because I want to come up with novel technologies to work in the field of sustainable energy so as to meet the eco-friendly needs.
Very good. Excellent. So now you are very shortly you are going to fulfill your dream. That we are very
Sure,
confident.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm confident I will be.
Very good. So you had wonderful time with Royal, and we too had wonderful time with you at Royal. Could you please let us know so your memories with Royal?
Um, yes, sir. That is a great question, actually. If you ask me about the memorable moments at Royal Soft Skill Campus, I would hesitate to mention only one.
Mm,
But as a whole, I would like to mention like the whole process of learning, which
mm,
was filled with the fun. is a memorable thing. Like the way we used to participate in various activities in order to improve ourselves. The way you used to teach us. Like I got new friends. I got acquainted with new friends who are like-minded like me, who want to learn the spoken English and want to improve themselves. The
Great.
whole experience at Royal Soft Skill Campus is itself memorable, and I cannot forget any day.
Wow, that's really great. So you are speaking very well. In fact, your confidence level is also very nice. So, to the best of my knowledge, you were good even right from the day one. Also, you are very good. So you are a quick learner. So we kept on giving you certain inputs, and you never repeated the same mistake. So that is one good thing that we observed in you. So that's the reason the real success you have got in you. So, what sort of transformation that you observed in you before joining Royal and during Royal and after the Royal course?
The all those things which you mentioned, it is all because of you, sir. I should be thanking you
Oh my
for
God,
whatever
thank you.
improvements which I observed after attending at Royal Soft Skills Campus. So, um, so if you ask me about, sir, can you please repeat the question once again?
Yeah, why not? What sort of changes or transformation that you observed in your life? So that is, you can put it in two categories: before Royal, after Royal. That is the thing.
That's what actually I was just forgetting, because you mentioned that because I built a
Yeah.
confidence, right? So that is a bit of
Mm.
achievement for me. So I got back into the flashback at Royal Sox Campus. So I totally forgot what you were asking next.
No, I
So that was
understand.
the
It is
case. So
possible. Yes.
yes, sir. When it comes to transformation, yes, I did observe. Like there are very much reasonable transformations which I observed in my personality. As a whole, the whole personality itself, I could speak about, because as you mentioned very well correctly, that I built confidence. Yes, the confidence quotient in me improved after attending at Royal Soft Skill Campus. And it happens to be very natural for us that we have this stage fright when we are asked to speak in front of a group of people. So after the course, then a mindset has built up in me where I could manage it, cope up with stage fright, almost got rid of it. So
Great.
I can face challenges such as speaking in front of people at unexpected moments very confidently. So that is another improvement which I observed in myself. And with many other self development course like classes during the course, in the presence of you and many other speakers, and all those instructions, because of you, certain things in a paradigm shift, a perspective has changed. The
Perfect.
way we have to look at the world, as in communications, how to improve social lives, that is social communication with many other people and etc. Those all got improved. So it got fine tuned, it got refined, and later on all these small improvements went on me to score a very good marks in IELTS exam, which is an English proficiency test. So I scored 8 bands out of 9.
Perfect.
So
Very good.
these are few of the many improvements are there. These are the ones which I would like to highlight.
Very good, very good. Excellent, Mr. Prashant. We are very happy that you scored 8 bands in IELTS. That's my wholehearted congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So there are four segments, I believe, in IELTS test: listening,
Yes, sir.
speaking, reading, and writing.
Yes, sir.
So can you throw some more light? Can you elaborate to what extent our course helped you in? Because our course is not only for IELTS. Most of the people they come and ask, "Sir, do you provide IELTS training?" Then in that case, I say that IELTS is one of the milestones that you are going to achieve after completing Royal course, and there is so much that you can achieve. So I am very happy to listen from you that you are endorsing my feeling and you are endorsing my statement. So to in what way our coaching, our training helped you to score high in IELTS?
Sure, sir. Um, so when it comes to speaking about IELTS exam, So everybody who aspires to study abroad is supposed to take this exam, which tests a person's English proficiency, how good he is in the language of English. So it usually consists of four parts, which is listening, speaking, reading, as well as writing. The four skills which anybody is required to learn in order to improve in a particular language. So how can I link this particular achievement of mine to the course which I have taken at Royal Soft Skill campus is nothing but like the course at Royal is like a holistic one. It is a wholesome one. It is not only concentrating on one particular thing of speaking English language, but it is an overall development of a person in the language itself. So due to the repeated practice at Royal, like coming onto the dais and speaking, expressing ourselves as effectively as possible with the inputs from you, so that helped me to do better at speaking in the exam. And listening also, even that is also continuous listening to speakers during the class, like you, like my friends, and also practicing afterwards. So that also helped me to score good in English. And reading and writing are like subsequently it happened because of you suggesting us, instructing us to read good books. So that helped me to continuously and persistently read good books and seek knowledge from them, so as to gain good knowledge at the same time to also improve my reading skills. So that helped me to achieve good in reading exam. And the last one happens to be writing. So that is also another consequence of the whole process. So that
Perfect.
is it, sir.
Excellent, excellent. We are very happy, sir. In fact, you are vindicating or strengthening my views about English. So people come and ask me usually, sir, do you provide written English? Do you provide English for a specific purpose that way? What is my firm belief is that I am giving a holistic thing. So it is as good as training a people the driving of a car. Once you are good at driving the car, then you can drive it for any purpose. You can drive it to drop your kids in the school, or you can take your spouse on a dating, so whatever. So driving is one essential skill I provide. Then after that it can be used for any purpose that you want. So a similar way I have been training, so I never limited my training pattern or module only with a specific purpose. It's, you have identified the soul of our methodology. Really, I'm very happy about it, Mr. Prashant. So in our teaching methodology, you might have observed 2080 method. So can you just elaborate? What is your experience with this particular 2080 method?
Yes, sir. This 2080 method, which is actually also called as Pareto principle,
Yes,
this you introduced to us during the course actually. So it is basically like putting 20 percentage of the efforts and expecting 80 percentage of the efficiency out of us, and
perfect.
which proved to be very much effective because it is very much evident for me during the course itself. Like you gave us 20 percentage of the whatever required resources, and also we try to improve ourselves. like it proved to be very effective because it was very unconventional in nature and untraditional method of teaching also.
Yes, yes. So we use it to spend as a trainer, or me rather, we use it to spend 20% of our time from for the part of teaching. So 80% of your time is taken in taking up your activities. So there were initially some kind of here hesitation, fear may be there. So that will be overcome with regular practice. People have overcome this particular thing. That transformation I observed in you also. In fact, right from the beginning, you are how to say, you are a quick learner, and you are that's the reason we have invited you to this show. You are an achiever, so we always remember you and your performance also. So it is one of the memorable occasions, that the time that we spent with you, in fact. So what are the general achievements that you have had in your college or in your personal life? Because I know that you are into social service, and you are leading a youth wing also in your college. Can you throw some light on those activities, and what are the achievements that you got?
Yes, sir. I will be happy to mention all those things.
Mm,
Actually, I'm a part of a nationwide NGO called Youth for Seva.
mhm.
So I have been a volunteer of that organization for the past 5 years.
Wow, good.
So almost it's been 5 years that I'm a family member of it.
Mm,
So indirectly, it's a huge family of volunteers itself.
mm, mm.
So because of that, and also I being a member of a student body in our college, I, along with other friends of mine, all these like-minded people gathered together and started a student club or a study circle, which we usually call it. And we named it as Vivekananda Yuva Kendra back then in our first year of engineering.
Very
So we
good.
started then. So being a part of these two bodies, I, along with other friends of mine, participated in many social service activities such as going to government schools and coaching them to prepare for competitive exams, so that they will be qualifying the exams, and next they will be awarded with a scholarship which will help them financially, and which will also encourage many girl students to continue their education further.
Very good.
And many other seminars we have conducted in our college by inviting eminent speakers, and many other activities, awareness programs we have conducted in our college, such as eco-friendly clay Ganesha, etc. And these are very few activities which I mentioned right now, but there is a huge list.
Very good.
And also I remember participating with you, going to Saraswati Shishu Mandir, which is a school,
Yeah. Mm.
going there, and we were trying to train the students of 8th class to improve them in spoken English language. Even that was very wonderful for me
Yeah, yeah. It
uh,
was a
to
voluntary
work with.
work we did. Very good. Very
Yes,
good.
sir. So these are the few things. And we also have a magazine presented by Vivekananda Yuva Kendra called Vahini. One can check it out on the net. And we also have another blog called Ajayam, Ajyeem,
Good.
which is basically a blog in a website called WordPress. One
Hmm.
can also check this out.
Very
There
good.
you usually find the content which is very meaningful in nature, because our student body, our whole motto is to bring an awareness in the youth of the today, because we ourselves are a great asset to this nation. So building youth is nothing but indirectly building the whole nation itself.
Great.
So this is a small attempt from our side to be a part of developing our country,
Great.
build
Great, Prashant.
awareness. That is what we are. And when it comes to achievements, there are many achievements for me, academic as well as non-academic in nature. When it comes to academic, I continuously for the 4 straight years I secured gold medal in my college. So I was a topper of the batch for continuously for the 4 years of engineering. And also I
Wholehearted congratulations for that.
thank you, sir. And also I secured third rank in Osmania University in the branch
Super.
of mechanical engineering. So that is academic in nature.
Mm,
But I also take pride in the non-academic achievements, such as for getting awarded best volunteer of 2019.
mm,
And also another big achievement of my life is during the process of social service, because I feel it very relaxing, relieving, as well as satisfactory, like being a part of the society and being responsible towards it. So during that whole process, where I used to go to schools and train them for competitive exams, I nearly made along with them even their hard work, the students
mm,
hard work and my inputs,
mm.
made 15 students to receive scholarship in the past 3 years.
Very good.
But apart from them, hundreds of students have benefited from our training.
Mm,
So that
good.
is another big achievements which I would like to take along with the students.
Very good. Very good, Prashant. You see, that's what it shows. You are a person fully charged with positivity. You have a passion to serve the society, and you have a strong passion to serve the student community in particular. So, because a while
Yes,
ago
sir.
you mentioned that the students or the youth is the power for the nation. So really, we are convinced with your thoughts. It's a really mammoth task you have taken up, and we only can request you that continue this activity. So even in future also, even whatever busy you may be, but spend some time for the society. It's a very rare quality we come across in the present generation youth. So my salute to you for this reason.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. We our friends are having this motto. We want to work.
Mm,
Whatever best possible inputs we can give, which is in our best capacities,
mm.
we are ready to give it.
Great. Because most of the youth now at present, they are spending or rather wasting their time in social media and in video games, chatting, and then on Netflix and watching movies. That way they are wasting that time. So really, I am proud that I am part of this kind of team, that you people are getting positive energy from me and vice versa. I am also getting charged from you people. So this should be the trend. I am really very happy and listening to your achievements, your passion and all. So well, when it comes to this nature of positivity, could you throw some light on our activities at Royal and this overall flavor of positivity that you observed in Royal?
Sure,
Because
sir.
birds of same feather flock together. There is a proverb in English. So the reason for our strong bonding could be this also. That's the reason I want your ideas on this.
Sure, sir. I will be happy to mention them. Firstly, it's that I would like to thank Royal Soft Skills Campus for being a part of my success, whatever achievements I've gone through during the past years. So I'm thankful that Royal Soft Skills Campus is a part of it, and you have an influence over it.
Oh, great.
So during the classes, all the positivity, yes, sir, you are totally packed with positivity.
Thank
Like
you.
it was totally very enthusiastic as well as energetic. That atmosphere, the environment was very conducive for us to learn, which was always encouraging.
Great, great.
Because I mentioned earlier that this particular method of learning process, this particular method of training students, which is very unconventional, has proved to be very effective. Actually, it was filled with very much fun, and always a constant encouragement was there for us from you.
Thank you.
It
Thank
may be positivism, it may be your charisma, or what we can name anything, but it
you.
was,
Okay.
at least we can actually use a word called positivity also.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there are many adjectives which I can use, but maybe all can be come down to positivity itself.
Oh, great. So kind of you, sir. So that is our motto as such. You see, we have to do something for the society. I never considered this particular task of teaching as a job. I never considered it as my responsibility or that way. I feel it is the kind of thing which has been decided or designed by God for me. Through me, that something should happen. I am not a teacher. I'm not a trainer. I am not a coach. I always considered myself as I am a transformationalist. I have to transform. I have to transform the lives of the people. This is my core gut feeling, in fact. So there are people who are bundle of energy like you. So you see, you have got great amount of positivity, great passion towards the society. And however, there are certain areas for improvement in every single individual. So
Sure, sir,
for that matter,
definitely.
I too may need some kind of improvements. So that way, I have got this opportunity to bring in some changes and a transformation in the lives of the people. So I want to make the best use of this opportunity, and I keep on trying. And I am thankful to God that He gave me this profession. And it is a very happy occasion for me whenever I meet the diamonds which are groomed by me, which are polished by me. Whenever I meet them, that instills a further boost, that gives me further energy. So today I am getting that kind of feeling. Honestly, I do not know how Dronacharya might have felt with the success of Arjuna in the olden days in our mythology or in our history. But today I can understand, I can empathize with Dronacharya, how he might have felt. So really, it's a matter of great pride for me talking to you and sharing your experiences. In fact, I want to ask you a few more questions with your
Sure, sir.
permission. So in
Sure, sir.
our,
Please.
thank you. In our classes, you might have come across people from different backgrounds. I mean to say that different nationalities, different mother tongues, and people from different walks of life, different age groups as well. So how do you feel all these people are connected in our classes? Was there proper bonding? So I want your experience during this particular classes in our.
Yes, sir. It was very diverse. The class structure was very diverse.
Mm.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, it's perfect, perfect. You are
Uh, the class structure was very diverse. There were students from various backgrounds. There were students from engineering as well as other degrees, and there were students who happened to be homemakers, who happened to be doing different professions. So it was like accumulation of many different people in one room.
mm,
So one might get surprised how come these many different people could get trained under one roof by a single person, and that too being English.
mm,
But even then, the common point was everybody wants to improve themselves irrespective of where they stand. And the structure of the course itself, the curriculum of the course itself, it is designed in such a way that it can be, it is very uh, conducive. It is very friendly for anybody to take up.
perfect, perfect.
Maybe a person may be at any level of English, speaking English language, maybe at any level, but everybody happens to learn it. Everybody is going to get what they need through
Yeah,
this common structure, which is very unique, one of its kind.
perfect, perfect. Thank you. So I need to ask you one question. Very honestly, you give me the answer.
Yes, sir.
Our motto is fluency without pen and paper,
Mhm.
paperless fluency. When you come across this concept, when you listened to this concept for the first time, did you really believe in that? Oh my God, how is it possible that way? How
Yes,
did?
sir. I was with a doubt. I was with a doubt initially. How come that is possible? Because for the past, like whole education itself, like which we have gone through for the
Mm,
past 12 or 15 years of education, everything every day, like we used to note it down. We're using pen and paper. It was like a, a integral part of a thing, learning process. This pen and
yes.
paper,
Mm,
but it was very surprising for me to learn that this can really work out.
mm,
So this particular process, which involves without any pen and paper, learning without any pen and paper, is really proved to be effective. And like we experienced it.
yeah.
We as students at Royal Social Campus experienced it, that it is possible.
Very good, very good. So, really, Mr. Prashant, it's very nice talking to you. In fact, it is as if meeting the old friend. That sort of a happy feeling today I am getting. So, what is your advice to the people of any profession or any career, those who want to improve their communication skills, soft skills? What are your advice? What is your advice, and what are, based on your experience? What can you suggest them? Anyway.
Yes, sir. I will speak based upon my experience itself.
Mm,
In during the third year of my engineering, I felt that there is a immense need for me to improve.
mm.
Yes, I am not that poor in English language, but there is space for improvement because, as you said, learning
It's
should never
continuous
stop.
process. That's
It is a continuous process. It
perfect.
can never stop actually.
Mm,
So I felt that there is a space for improvement in me, and why shouldn't I improve? I should accept the level where I am, and I should be confident that I can actually improve
great.
with a lot of faith and belief in myself. That should be there. So taking this, accepting where you are, and willing to take up an action that you want to improve and you can do it, is a very big thing, not only in myself, in every other person who wants to do it, who
Yeah,
wants to take up a thing. So
perfect.
that was the case. That person should be encouraged, and he should be congratulated firstly that he has taken that this he wants to take this step of improvement. So later on, I went on to research. Whatever time I got, I went on to research which institutes are available, which can meet my expectations. Before even coming to Royal Suffolk campus, I did take up coaching at other institute, but I cannot expect the change which I was expecting actually. Even before joining Royal Suffolk campus, I was with a doubt. Maybe this might be the same as the previous one. But there was something I felt inside of myself that okay, we can do it. This will turn out to be a better one, and it turned out to be the best one.
Great.
So
Fan-
that was because this is like one of its kind. I think we can hardly find it in the city. This particular way of teaching, this particular institute, and you as a whole,
Thank you.
and the whole staff of Royal itself. So this was very good. So anybody who wants to take up learning English language, first they should spend a few hours of time at least in researching what institutes are available, what do they teach, what methodology do they apply,
Mm,
and what results they can expect. And they should speak to the alumni,
mhm.
the previous students of
Yeah,
that particular institute, and they should spend at least a bit of time in researching and knowing more about the institute where they want to join. So even that applies to the Royal Suffolk campus also. Anybody who wants to join there, so
perfect.
one should try to search. And I think one would only end up at Royal Suffolk campus after all the research. I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure about that. And so that is how, sir, anybody who wants to join, that is what they should be trying to do. First, they should congratulate themselves for taking up, being proactive and taking an action of
Yeah,
for improving. And next, and researching which is the best available institute in my surroundings. And next, and during the course, one has, if after one has taken up the course at you, one I would urge them to strictly follow your instructions, because that is what they have joined, right? They want to improve, then they have to follow the instructions. If
perfect.
not, then they are going to not meet their expectations actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So one has to sincerely follow with a lot of commitment, like being continuous and regular to the classes and following your guidance instructions, and practicing the language is another important task which we should be doing it as a ritual. It is a daily ritual. Be it
Yeah,
anything, be it any skill, be it any subject, practicing and being in touch with that particular skill is a requirement for us. So it should happen to be like a daily ritual for us,
routine,
that
daily
we
routine. It should become.
daily routine for us. So
Perfect.
we should be during the course, even after completing the course, I said, like, learning it can never stop.
Yes.
Even there is a space inside of me for improvement. Even I should be continue learning.
Yes, even for that matter, I too needs. In fact, even now also, I am taking up a few courses online, related to technology, Facebook ads and other things, LinkedIn. I am taking course because whichever areas are untrodden by me so far, I need to get equipped. Yes,
Yes, sir. That is
absolutely.
what learning should be a continuous process.
Continuous
It should
process.
never stop. So,
Perfect.
like, if when you stop trying to be in touch of English language, then it is going to influence you. It is
Yes.
going to affect one. So, it should be like a daily routine. However,
Yeah.
somehow one should try to keep himself in touch with spoken English. Maybe he may try to apply his own novel techniques, his own ideas of how to be in touch. He may try to request his colleagues, his friends to help him in
Mm.
speaking the language, in being like a daily learn, making it as a daily habit for him to, as a learning process. Somehow he should engage himself or herself in
Correct.
continuously learning
Learning.
and keeping in touch with the language. He may
Perfect.
apply many other techniques. Why not? Why not to try something which is new, which was not ever tried by somebody else? So always keep trying to invent new techniques, and also follow the instructions given by the teachers. And he may search for himself, like such as reading good books as you instructed us. So reading good books, which will improve him. It may be initially a big task for a person who's not a adept reader to
Mm.
start reading, but after a period of time he's going to love it,
Yes.
because he has
Yes.
to choose a book which where he can find really a good use out of it. So it is like gaining knowledge at the same time also improving the reading skills, especially in this language of English speaking.
Perfect.
As I said earlier, you should always try to be engage himself, occupied somehow. Maybe he may try to speak to himself in language while in solitude, or try to request people around him to help him. And other writing, he may try to start one may try to slowly start to explore himself in writing in English language. And that is, and listening, it is also it will happen naturally to listen to others who speaks in English language. And also, if one tries to watch something on the internet or something during watching TV, let us make it a bit productive,
Perfect.
listening to some, at least allocate some time of ours, our leisure time, to listen to something which is in English as well as productive for us.
Perfect, perfect. Great, great, Mr. Prashant. So the point I very much liked in your presentation now is that one has to first identify where he is, and one should not feel complacent, or he should not get pseudo satisfaction. He should be open enough to identify the areas for improvement, and very openly he has to go and he has to explore the industry where he can get his lacuna can be filled up. Very good, excellent. So that is the reason you are in this position today, because honestly speaking, right from the day one you are a good communicator. Right from the day one you are able to put your ideas in English. So normally speaking, anybody can say, why this boy joined in spoken English or communication skills institute, people may say. But as you rightly identified, there is always room for improvement. So excellent, excellent. So keep up this particular trait in you, keep up this particular mentality in you. It will take you to new heights. So coming to the books which you mentioned a while ago, so which are the books that influenced you a lot? I think which book you are reading at present?
Sir, my habit of reading actually amplified after coming to Royal.
Okay.
Prior to that, I used to, but that was very rare
Mm,
of me. Like completing even a book used to take many months for me.
mm,
But after being at Royal, I understood how important reading books in one's life can make, and
perfect.
how significant improvements it can make in a person's life. So there, then after that, then I rigorously started trying to push myself. It may be difficult at the initial stages, but I love reading books right now, because during the lockdown, I actually broke my record. Like I
Mhm.
read in the span of 3 months, I read nearly 15 books.
Wow, that's
three
really
to
great.
3.5 months, because
Mm,
we were almost bound to homes, right?
mm,
So books, good books, I would like to mention, like Rich Dad Poor Dad,
mm,
The Magic of Thinking Big.
mm.
Next, The Secret. The Secret is like the first book I would like to mention. I started reading book with, so
With my
that
association.
with your instructions, all with
Yeah.
your instructions
Mm,
and guidance. That is really a very good treasure, sir.
thank you.
I consider my books as a very great treasure for myself.
Mm,
So that is one of an important asset in my treasure.
okay.
So and next to them, I also consider reading
Oh,
autobiographies, and
mm,
fiction, non-fiction.
mm,
So I read Dan Brown's books.
mm.
There is a English writer called Dan Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
So he writes all the fictional stories, which
Mm,
are very thrilling and also very adventurous in nature. So that those are books, and autobiographies, as I said earlier.
yeah.
Um, Next, there are a lot of books, sir. I can't
Yeah, yeah, I
actually
understand. No, no,
get them,
recollect
but
it.
they're really, I cannot
Mm,
recollect at the immediate moment.
that's
But
true.
they are
That's true.
really a very good
Mm.
books which I actually
Have you
read.
read Ikigai? Ikigai.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Actually, that happens that
mm,
happened that I listened it in Audible.
Good, good.
So I did not read it, but I
Mm,
listened to it in Audible. But it was a really good book. But
mm,
moreover, it was even like accumulation of many other books.
that's true.
It appeared to me like it was accumulation
Mm,
of points from many other books, which
mm,
happened that I read them.
mm.
So it was
So I had
recollecting.
a boss when I was working in the pharmaceutical industry. I used to have a boss. So whenever we meet him, the very first question that he asks is, "What are you reading at present?" That is the first
Mhm.
question. Whether he is a colleague, he asks the same question. To his junior, he asks the same question. To his senior, also, he asks the same question. So that is his way of initiating the talk. And interestingly, whichever book we say that I am reading so and so book, so then he immediately talks in depth about that particular book. It means that he read literally majority of the books that we come across. So that in fact he is the one who inspired me. His name is Mr. Tope, A.M. Tope. I should remember his name at this juncture. In fact, my mentors have made me whatever I am today. And in fact, whatever I have, I am trying to give to the dynamic people, aspirants like you. So this all the association of good people in my past and good students like you in this particular recent past, it always keeps me energetic. So talking to you, it has now given me a wonderful energy which will make me motivated for a few more days, I can say. One last question, Mr. Prashant. So how are you spending? Of course, you have already given a glimpse of that answer. So how are you spending time during this corona pandemic, this lockdown especially?
Yes, sir. To be honest, it is very challenging for me. Like for many of us,
Yes.
this particular situation is very unprecedented, and it is like every day has become very uncertain.
Mm,
Like we are living with uncertainty at its pinnacle.
that's true. That's true.
So it was very challenging for me because on one side, this particular pandemic and lockdown and closing down of the important institutions has affected my career,
That's
because
true.
I'm supposed to take off to USA before my
Mm,
higher further studies in the
mm,
month of August. But
mm.
because of this pandemic, it got postponed to January.
Oh,
So that is a bit disappointing for me that I'm unable to start. Like a time gap has come between
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
further career paths.
Mm,
So that is one thing. But hopefully, by being positive and optimistic,
mm,
it has brought many changes in our lifestyles. Like not
mm,
only in mine, but many of us.
mm.
A paradigm shift has occurred in many of us. Like many of us have started, what do you call, incorporating many healthy habits,
That's great.
and started using different techniques in learning, such as when I speak about myself, I started learning courses online, which
Mm,
also is starting to prove effective to be effective method of learning.
perfect.
And later on, because of we being bound to homes during the lockdown period, so as I said earlier, I read a lot of books. Like
Mm.
I felt like this is a time I might not get again,
Yes, yes,
where I can give totally, I can dedicate myself to totally reading those books, which I'm very much eager to complete.
yes.
So I read very good books,
Mm,
and also explored the new skills in myself which were latent for many days. I never
mm,
knew that even I can do this. Where
mm,
I started to write blogs
mm.
in Quora. In Quora, I
Very good.
started very recently to answer few questions, a small attempt, a
Perfect.
small like a step-by-step process, like small steps taking into test to what extent I can write and what useful content I can write over
Perfect.
the internet. So slowly I started writing over Quora, answering few questions, even answering questions about improvements in English language, how one
Wow.
can try to improve in English language.
Excellent.
If
Excellent.
one gets time, if somebody listens to this audio video
Mm,
clip, if someone gets time, they can check it out by
mm.
typing my name, Prashanth Yennam in Quora.
Yeah.
If something they want to get answers about English language and
Mm,
about also books.
mm.
So apart from that, I slowly started to write, as a writing process. Slowly started to summarize what books I have read
Mm.
in a very precise and concise manner, so that it will be useful for my student club,
Yeah.
the student body which I'm a member of. So for
Mm.
my friends, so it will be useful for them to get the information of a 200 pages book in 3 to 4 pages. So
Perfect.
one by
Perfect.
slowly starting, I'm starting to do them.
Mm.
So the other thing, and that is how I spend my time most of the time in this thing,
Great.
being optimistic that yes, we will get over it.
Yes. Yes.
We will
Perfect.
get over
Perfect.
it.
Perfect, Prashant. You see, that's what it's a actually for a negative thinker, there's any problem will be a problem. But for a positive thinker, a problem is a challenge. So once we face this challenge and once we prove to be victorious, our life will be different. Every time a problem comes, means it comes, it is like a solution, or else it's an opportunity with some kind of package, with the packing. So packing is problem. But once we unravel that particular packing, once we open that, inside that there is an opportunity. So same is the case that is proving to be with us also. In fact, at Royal, all these years I was not so interested towards online classes, but now I am forced, rather I am forced to start online classes, and things are happening also. So, however, it is a tragedy. So, you have this pandemic, global pandemic. It is proving to be pandemic, proving to be tragic. But we have to look at the positive side of it. It's a blessing in disguise. I salute your positivity. I salute your spirit of this positivity. Keep it up, and you have to keep giving this kind of confidence and hope to the younger generations, coming generations. So, my dear friend, my dear Prashant, with this, we have come to the conclusion of this particular interview process. Before that, if you have to say anything, you can feel free to say.
Um, thank you, sir. Thank you for considering me as a valuable asset to Royal Circle campus.
You deserve
Because
it.
even the way I deserve it, even you deserve it, sir. Even
Thank you.
Royal deserves
Mm,
the students to be polished.
thank you. Thank
Even you are doing a great job, sir.
you.
Like even the course, though it is very reasonable course at Royal Circle campus, it is proving to be like it. I am without any doubt I can say like this particular Royals of campus is proving to be a part of many success stories
Yes,
of
yes,
many students.
yes, sir.
So this is a great job, sir, which I would like to congratulate for celebrating 21st anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you.
And anybody who wants to join, I would just urge them to actually look at the points which I mentioned earlier.
Yes,
To
yes.
consider them also, keeping in mind, keeping in view all those things which you instruct the
Thank you.
students to do,
Thank you.
and to always believe in oneself. Maybe like making mistakes is a process of learning in itself. So one should not get discouraged while making mistakes. Even maybe you might have observed, even during the video, this interview, even I made few mistakes, but it happens to be sometimes inevitable, but we can still improve.
Yes, it happens.
We
It is
can still
live,
improve. It
that in
happens.
a natural conversation we had. It is not rehearsed one, or it is not orchestrated. So it happens
Yes.
in real life. This is the way, in fact. So communication is more important. Now, perfection and all are secondary. In fact, whether the flow of communication is happening or not. So that is the kind of confidence we observed in you. Really, our salutes to you, Mr. Prashant. So
Yes,
have a
sir.
great day. Convey my namaskars to your elders and my best wishes to all your youth members, and keep continuing the mammoth task, good service to the society. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the best, sir.
Thank you.